morning. It's Tuesday, the 14th of September, and I want to be doing a market recap. All right, it's still the voice of Julian FX, aka King of Faith, and this is another GW session. All right, so let's get straight into it. Alright, if you're here with me, I would say welcome. First, let's start with the GBP USD. I'm going to be taking only sessions. I'm going to be taking in this session pays that are actually interesting to me, pays I want to be trading this week. Okay, I want to be looking for opportunities only. All right, so I'm looking for opportunities anywhere around the GBP USD. Okay, so let's go straight into it. So let's see what is happening here with the GBP USD. First, we actually saw what started as this is a leading channel right here. So we started right here, and this is actually the A. We have the B. Okay, so we have the C right around here. We have the D all the way 4, all the way 5 right here. So wow, that was very nice impulsive run, and we had this straight down out of here. Okay, so out of here, if we're going straight to use our Fibonacci tool, we will see that from this point on, and here tagged nicely the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level, and also come close to actually the 78.1 or 72.1 as well. So we'll look at a couple of things and how we intend to approach this on the larger time frame. Okay, so let's look at this differently. What we are going to be doing this week, what I'm looking at is after this drop here, what I'm expecting to see. I'm expecting to see price actually make another extension right around here, and that will be the only time we're looking for short opportunities with the GBP USD back into this territory. Remember, this week what I want to only be doing this week is looking for the opportunities to buy the USD. So anything with the GBP or anything with the USD, I'm going to be selling it. So USD against every other thing, I'm going to be buying this. I'm going to wait for opportunities to actually do so. Okay, for this one, where I'm going to be looking for sell opportunities for the GBP USD is going to be here. So I'm going to waiting for the CPI to actually take price up here, and I'm going to be selling them back here. All right, get the understanding, and then price is going to contract and give what a valid entry. Maybe by next week, price is going to come back here, and we're going to sell down into this area for a failure. All right, so that's for the GBP USD. Let's dive into some other currency, and then let me show you what I'm thinking about some other currency and how I intend to approach it in the current day. All right. Okay, so if you're actually a lover of gold, well, this one here is going to bounce. Gold is supposed to bounce here right around this area here. Gold is supposed to bounce right around this area. Starting this formation here, basically what I want to be trading is only structures. I trade only structures, and I trade the ones that are cool for me. Okay, so what I started doing here with the gold is that gold actually came in here, contracted a little bit here, and then came up here. So here is actually the first start of the leg. Here's the second correction. Next correction, this here was an expansion, and this we see how price actually came in back into this one. So we can look at the A, B, and C. We can look at the D inside of here, because this actually fits for a D leg in terms of the retracement areas there, and actually looking at the E leg. And now this is the first drop, so we can look at gold actually coming to bounce. But if gold actually wants to drop one more time, I think we're going to be looking at possibilities to take that trade. All right. So next, we just want to look at the USD card. USD card here looks quite interesting. Okay, so if you're new to this channel, I recommend that you subscribe and also turn on the notification bell so that you'll be receiving information whenever I post information such as this. Okay, so next we'll be looking at the USD card. Okay, USD card actually, let me just go back in time to show you the analysis here, right from here, and what I intend to do right from this point on. So the USD card actually came in here with a strong impulse here, went here, and also came in right here as well. So this is actually the start of the first impulse, which actually led to here, and this was the retracement here, up here, down here, right here again, and then we're having price having to wait round inside of this area. So if we are expecting that price should actually come inside of this territory, could actually form what we would expect to call a head and shoulder right around here before then the drop into this territory, because definitely what I want to see is a more bullish trend on a medium term, okay, before we then correct. So a little bit, let's go down to a more smaller time frame, so we can then look at the smaller details as well when it involves this one right here. So going down to a lower time frame, what we can also see that there was a little contraction right around here. We can see this contraction here as well. Price actually contracted a little bit right around here before then exploding to the upside. Okay, so from this point on, you can see that the bit of no demand right here that started on Monday. Okay, it started on Monday at the start of the session, and we could see that there was some sort of no demand right here, actually came up here, no demand here. So we're back into Tuesday. So ahead of the CPI, definitely where I want to be looking for bullish opportunities is going to be somewhere around this territory. Only inside of this territory will I look for bullish opportunities and wait for the bounce to come, so that we can then bounce from that point and make a run to this territory. Remember, this week what I want to do is only to buy the USD. I don't want to sell anything. I don't want to sell the USD in any way, so I want to look for opportunities to buy only the USD, only when it presents itself. All right, so because and also let's look at one more setup. What we have here, one more setup. Hey, one more setup. All right, I'm so much excited this morning because yesterday we actually made some cool returns yesterday, and that was awesome. That was phenomenal. So look at this morning and we can just continue the trend. All right, so we don't want to be doing anything different. Okay, we don't want to do anything different because yesterday hopping into this one, okay, was actually wonderful here at the drop here. So that was actually wonderful with the GBP AUD. So I don't want to be doing anything different. Rather, I want to just identify the trend and just ride it on. All right, so we're looking at the next one. I'm looking at the Euro GBP. The Euro GBP actually came in here very nicely. As you can see that this setup actually is complete with this. This was a very strong impulse correction, and this actually started the zone. So this actually did not come in as a leading diagonal, but rather came in as an ending channel, as you can see right here, before price actually dropped into this territory. So having dropped into this territory, what I'm expecting of price is actually for a retracement back into the zone. Any retracement back into the zone can be a good opportunity to actually sell into the lower environment, which I expect to see the 0.845 being tested one more time. So what I'm looking at doing today, I'm looking at seeing a little bit of retracement, maybe a bounce into this area, because two things can actually happen today. Price can actually bounce here and then continue. Yesterday it bounced yesterday right around here, then moved up into the zone. So here is a little bit of right. Let me just get it out of the way. So here it's just small right around here. So I'm expecting, in my opinion, that price should actually come in here and then leave that space, that territory. All right, so if you're still looking at the JPY related pace, you know what I want to do with the JPY is I want to only buy again the JPY. So anything with the JPY, I'm actually looking to long anything with the JPY, but not for too long. Okay, not for too long, but for this one, like this one right here, you have that the JPY actually coming into the 153 territory one more time. And also looking at that, we can also expect that all right, that the Euro JPY is also going to come in and give us one of the valid entry for a short trade. All right, so we'll look at next one. I'm going to be looking at more seriously. I'm going to be looking at the CAD JPY. Okay, because actually that fits the setup right there. It fits the setup perfectly. And you know, basically what I want to do on daily basis is I want to be looking for opportunities to trade just the setup which I want to trade. Okay, just the setup which I want to trade. My favorite setup. I don't like switching from setup to setup every day. So these are my favorite setup which I like to trade. Here we had a leading structure right around here, and this actually formed the A, this actually formed the B, this actually formed the C, this is the D, and this is the E. Nicely done. Okay, so here we had price actually retrace below this point, and we are seeing that from this point on is actually support. So what's going to happen here is I'm expecting that price could actually come in here, bouncing the next time, and will shot back into this territory again. So see you next time. It's the voice of June Effect, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and also turn on the notification bell so that you'll be receiving signals whenever I post videos such as this one. Have a lovely day.